Okay, here we are. Greetings. Greetings, dear Aries. That's you over here. This is Tarot Lumination, where you are now, and this is our mini love relationship reports for July 2018. Okay, so everyone else got the little astrodoodles from Tarot Illumination, so you're going to get some too before we even get into the cards, okay? The reason being that July and August are really turbulent months because of these eclipses and all the retrogrades, okay, coming in August and so on. So I want to just say brace yourself, okay, Aries, brace yourself. A lot of subcurrents, rip currents, undertows, big shifts in energies happening all over the place. Calendar moments of significance. Number one, you're coming into July straight out of the big fat full moon, June 27th, okay? Cancer, Capricorn, full moon. So that's in your 4th and 10th house of home and career, home and destiny, destiny and home. They're going to be, those energies are going to be very, very much in play for the first 2 weeks. What's happening in your home life that's affecting your destiny? What's happening in your destiny, your mission, your place in this world, and how is that affecting the foundations of your life, your home, your sense of security and balance? Over here, July 12th, we have the epic Cancer new moon eclipse. This is the precursor for 2019, where we have a lot of eclipses in the Capricorn Cancer axis. So again, brace yourself, okay? This is happening in your 4th house of home and family. I'll show you in the pictures in a moment. The next, July 27th, back into the Leo Aquarius eclipses. Moon in Aquarius, Sun in Leo. And then heading over into August. I know we're cheating here a little bit. August 11th, the Leo, Sun, Leo, new moon eclipse. Okay. So, I hope you got those 4 significant dates noted. Give me a second here. Hold on. All right, let's just do this. Okay. I know it's kind of a mess. These are just Tarot Illumination personal notes. I use these a lot during the month, and it's very messy, but, you know, I'm not trying to turn this into an astrology channel. I'm just sharing my own stuff with you. So, Aries, this is what it looks like for you guys, okay? For other people, it looks like this, or 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 this. But for you, Aries, this is how things are. So let's start over here. June 27th, okay? The full moon, okay? The moon is in Capricorn up here. The sun is in Cancer down here. So look at that. The foundations of your life, your destiny, your career. Now, well, you'll see, we'll come to this in a moment. You'll see what we're talking about in a moment. But this is kind of in a hard square to you, okay? There's Aries, and look at this. It's like a transiting T-square. So it could be quite stressful, certainly a lot of challenging moments that could be extremely good for you in the long term, because it's all about the evolutionary pressure to grow. Next, okay, June 27th. Next we come over here 2 weeks later, July the 12th. Okay, here it is. This is the new moon Cancer eclipse in your 4th house. Huge potential events in your life where it's very clear by now that one life is over and a new life is beginning when it comes to the very foundations of your home, okay? Literally your home, your family, your people, all of that. So the eclipse is going to blow things wide open. It's very hard to predict what happens, but the eclipses are like triggers. It's the end of the old, eclipsing away the old and eclipsing in the new. Okay, moving on, people. Over here, all the way 2 weeks later till July 27th, okay? This is the Aquarius full moon eclipse in your 11th and 5th houses. Oh no! Guess what? More upheaval, radical, unpredictable changes, because it's happening over here, because by this time the sun will be in Leo. Leo is your 5th house. Leo is in your 5th house here of true love, okay? This is it right here. So the moon, the sun will be here in Leo, the moon will be there in Aquarius. So it's a lot of, oh no, oh no, oh no, what's happening now? The thing is, the Leo-Aquarius axis is very harmonious for you. So as destabilizing as this can be, the Aquarius energy and the Leo energy, the Leo trines, the Aquarius sextiles are very comfortable for you. So you could get through this in almost like a joyful manner, even though it could be quite radical with a lot of change and upheaval, okay? And then moving on, directly over here into August. Oh my gosh, the Leo new moon eclipse over here. So it's definitely radical shifts and changes in your love life. No question about it. So brace yourself through July and get ready for August, because August is going to be lots of turbulence as well. Okay, good way, you know. So we'll figure it out. I'm not going to predict your future here. I'm just showing you the energies. These are all bigger than you. And the whole point is just to navigate through this stuff, because it's going to happen anyway. If you want to, you can stick your head in the sand, but I guarantee your life will be much better if you face all this stuff head on and live it to the most. All right. So let me put this back together again. Hold on. Let's see. Let's get to the cards. All right. Sorry about all that, but I had to tell you because it's such a turbulent month with all the eclipses. Okay. And into August as well. So that's why we stretched it out a little bit. Cards are well shuffled in advance. No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. I don't like to insult the original artist because I'm artistic too, and I don't want people looking at my paintings upside down. Thank you very much. We're going to use the Tarot Illumination Crucible spread because it's on the understanding that you guys are okay with this, that there is you, dear Aries, there is a significant other, typically a chosen person, and then there's a third entity, the relationship itself. And so once you come to that understanding, you can, it's like you can invest in the relationship. You don't constantly have to, relate back and forth one-to-one, which can be very unpredictable and have very narrow parameters. Once you get into the big picture, understand that there is a crucible, and the crucible is a structure in which you can invest, then you can conduct everything through the relationship as opposed to one-on-one, face-to-face. So you'll see it in a moment. So do the routine, watch your sun, moon, and rising, especially if they're all different. Reinterpret to suit yourselves. Next, if you are single, you can watch this if you want and get something out of it. Simply allow for the laws of attraction, okay? You're radiating love and relationship anyway, so you might as well take advantage of it. And then whatever happens over here on this side, you can think of that as what if, because energy just changes. It doesn't disappear or anything. It just shifts. So what is going to be reflected back to you from what you are radiating, okay? That's all I was trying to say. So please make the best of it, everybody. All right. Let's have a look here. Okay, cards are well shuffled. I think we're good to go. Please make this a team effort. Bring your people in. Bring your spirit guides, your guardian angels, all of that, your loved ones from beyond, all the spirits and angels who love you and who are there for you, whether you know it or not. Okay? Please invite them in. Okay? Because that's what we do here at Tarot Illumination. It is a team effort. All right, here we go. All right, so, sorry, I got to adjust things. They're flying all over the place today. All right, here we go. So this, dear Aries, is you. What are you radiating right now? Are you even aware what you're radiating? Either way, it's coming out of you like a cell phone signal. Over here, the energy of a significant other. Are they aware of what they are radiating? This is what they would be radiating in terms of an energy. Deep in the soul of you, radiating. Deep in the soul of another, radiating. And at the very core, the relationship itself. Do you see here the crucible structure? This is the bowl. The crucible is in science, it's a high refractory bowl that can withstand intense pressures as we intimate and separate in the context of a relationship. Hopefully this is a love relationship, but either way, it's a relationship. That's why we call it love and relationship. Let's have a look. Okay, we're going to also look at the prospects here. Momentum. This is always in flow. Okay, remember, it's in flow. The next thing we're going to look at is the weather, circumstantial energy that's around you. This is not a couples reading. This is all about you, Aries. We're just including the other as a point of reflection. Okay, so out there we have the Empress. So in some ways, this feels to me very delicious in that it's almost like this is a real time for you to shine. Aries. It's like if you haven't felt this before, if you haven't ever felt this way before, if you have never seen these opportunities, these kind of events in your horizons, in your love life, in your world around you, Please understand that it's real and it's actually happening. This is very lush, fertile energy of manifestation uh, with no apologies. In other words, you wouldn't apologize if you're beautiful. Some people can't handle it. Handsome guys, gorgeous girls, they're awkward with it. Some people are over the top with it and they exploit it. But this is kind of in between. This is just the energy of gorgeousness. It's out there. It's a signal. It's an indication that, you know, from the tarot illumination perspective, regardless of the turbulence of the planets, this is very fertile ground for you to manifest, to come into yourself, like a new self, a new version of yourself in some way, form, or other, because the eclipses are going to make sure that's going to happen anyway. So you might as well take full advantage of it and give birth to the new self. Okay, let's have a look. Which would include a loving relationship. We'll see what's happening. What are you radiating? Okay. Okay, part of me is like dreams come true, the chance to tap into your dreams. It's like going to the fifth and seventh dimensions, going way beyond your three-dimensional existence right now, dear Aries, and going up and like radiating things from the perspective of heaven, where you see all these essential ingredients around you, all these delicious, amazing raw ingredients that constitute what I'm seeing as a new life ahead for you, Aries. So it's a question is, what am I going to do with all of this? Because in some ways you have brought this into being. I sometimes think of this as the Einstein card, where certain things can't happen. You know, like how famous pop stars and amazing pop songs and movies and books, they come into being through channeling. They come like you know, the big famous ones, pop writers like maybe Paul McCartney or somebody like that, who probably has more hit records than anyone else on the planet. He's just a channel. He basically uses his talents and facilities to allow the words to come through, allow the tunes and the beats to come through, and it all comes from the dreamland. It all comes from heaven. It all comes from up there, and then it gets condensed and brought down into reality in terms of what basically comes out as fertile, very valuable product. Okay? So it looks to me, in terms of love and relationships, Aries, you're radiating like a combination of like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, what have I done? What am I doing? Where is this all going? Am I lost? Am I completely bewildered by what's happening? Or is this just a dazzling display of my opportunities that I've always wished for, that I didn't actually ever imagine could come into existence? And yet, look what's happening, people. You have your choice of options. Everything is open for you, and it doesn't show here in the reading, but my feeling is that this was inevitable anyway. This might have been something that's been percolating inside of you for a long time, and now you have like basically opened yourself up to, like, spiritually speaking, to be able to receive the healing power of love from heaven above and bring it into your body, your mind, your heart, and your soul, and then figure out, well, what do I do with all this now? Oh my gosh, what a wonder, what a delight. It's all so scary, it's all so beautiful, it's all so wonderful, it's all so magical. Lucky you, Aries. What about the other? Okay. Well, let's come back down to earth a little bit here. With the Two of Wands, you might be relating with someone else who is part of your dream in some way, that they're coming to you as a journey where at the very nascent, very earliest stages, they're in their own journey too, which looks like it includes you. So it's like a coming together of fertile ingredients here, where it's like this is what they are being planning. Again, it's very, very different, but it's like two versions of the same story, where you, Aries, may have manifested through your dreams, kind of like the way Einstein manifested E equals MC squared because he was dreaming and asking for his dreams to tell him the answer. And that's how he got his answers. And so you attract something like this: someone who is bold, adventurous, someone courageous, someone who sees new prospects, new opportunities, fertile grounds, fertile land, very lush conditions for themselves as well going forward. But of course, this is very early days yet. It's still more or less in the planning phase, but the journey has already begun. And I don't think it's going to go back because the eclipses are here. This is going to happen in anyway, and it's going to move forward anyway, and it's coming to you. Okay? It's like love is coming to you like through magic. It's like you've created some magic here, swirling, swirling magic, and now you're getting what you've asked for in some way, shape, or another. Who knows what it's actually going to be like when you open the box? Woohoo! Let's have a look. What's inside? What's going on deep inside of you? Okay, to me, my feeling is it's about time. It's about effing time. Damn it! It's about effing time that we got some like truth checking going on here. Because in order for this to happen, in order for you to tap into your dreams and get more clear and defined about what it is that you want in a loving relationship, it feels to me that, like, at some point, you know, you're going to have to be like a whistleblower. You're going to have to come out with the truth. You're going to have to come out with some facts, some information. And with the Page of Swords, there's no harm intended, except that often with the Page of Swords, sometimes truth hurts. A lot of people don't want truth in their life. They want a subjective truth or a facade or a manipulation of reality. They don't want to deal with truth. But the thing is, the truth really does set you free, and it looks like you're very eager to be set to set yourself free and come into the truth. This is very much, to me, the feeling of the freedom fighter, where deep in your soul, it's like you've been fighting for this, you wanted this, you're going for it, and you're probably aware that in going for the simple, pure truth of things, where simple, pure truths are going to be exposed, this could be very destabilizing for other people, okay, including a loved one over here, including yourself. But it's about time. It's almost like it doesn't matter. The thing that counts is the truth. Anything that's false, fake, delusional is not acceptable. We need only the raw ingredients here that actually work and can grow in fertile ground. Anything that is not that way needs to be called out. You know, when you do call out a truth like this, when certain truths are revealed, it can really shake and rattle people's worlds. It can rattle your world, calling the truth out on yourself. Okay? My feeling is that this little Page of Swords here is very much connected to the eclipses that are going to be happening here in the 4th house of home, where your like sense of security and stability lies. And also the freedom fighter, I think this is very much to do with Mars and Aquarius as well, where towards the end of July and into early August, when it's really going to start to become very clear that in some ways your wishes are coming true, and that's what you've wanted, but it's come through the demolition of altars, of falsehoods that are no longer acceptable. So that puts a certain stress on the relationship dynamics. What's going on inside of them deep down? Wow. Okay, well, with the Magician card, my feeling here is that you've tapped into someone, you've attracted someone who is like coming into their power, into their almost sense of immortality here. Look, from my perspective here as your reader, like pretend I've got 7 angels around me, okay? And they're helping me do this. They're trying to like keep me focused in terms of language and perceptions and try to get this clear as I can for you guys, because I'm just simply an instrument here. That's all I am. My feeling is that for this other person in your world, Aries, this is a massive life change for them, where they feel it at the soul level to do with, again, their version of manifestation, of their chance to express themselves and be their full self, like in a way that's never happened before, by coming to you, by becoming a part of your dream, so to speak, where they enter a kind of a magic kingdom where the land is very fertile and very nutritious and very supportive of this kind of journey for them. And it's also very appropriate for you to have this kind of person in your life right now to go forward, because it's almost like you need this to happen. This would be like going back to the analogy here of the Einstein feeling. Yeah, you might think like you're absolutely insane trying to manifest your life through dreams, as opposed to, like, you know, trying to get a career or a day job and all those things in the traditional sense. You're operating from a very, very high frequency level, including love and relationship dynamics, where you're making things happen by magic and you're attracting that energy to you. Literally, it's almost like a form of magic here. And I'm not just trying to like do a child version interpretation of the magician. I do see this here as a very genuine manifestation of magic, in a very, very good way. In other words, the ability to take all of their gifts and talents and resources and put them to the best service of mankind. Okay, I feel that because we're dealing with the Mars and Aquarius energy and the Aquarius full moon eclipse and the Aquarius south node. Okay, that's all over here. And it seems that you are activating this energy in them, which is very good for them, and they're coming to you according to like a dream or wish, and it's kind of an inevitability here. Let's have a look, especially because of these big cards, the Empress and the Magician. Let's have a look at the core. What have we got going on here? The thing for this is that it's coming at the expense of cataclysmic changes. Okay, well, this is perfectly understandable. I was giving you a very loud message. Brace yourself. So my feeling regarding brace yourself is that, look at the tower here, okay? Think of the tower here, and now look at the Cancer new moon eclipse, July 12th. Okay, can you see the parallels? In other words, the foundations of your life and your world become completely rattled and shaken up, almost like obliterated. And the beauty of the tower is that it's one of the most powerful healing cards in the deck, because it basically blows away anything and everything that is no longer serving you or your loved ones or your life, your world around you. So basically, it's almost like the Weather Channel right now, you know, with all the volcanoes, the hurricanes, the floods, the lightnings, the fire, the storms, the rip currents around the ocean, the massive undertows around the ocean that are really catching everybody off guard. So to me, this makes perfect sense. I'm not scared about this at all to read this for you. A complete like demolition of what constituted your home and foundations in order for something brand new to unfold. And this would happen almost through like divine magic, by pulling the trigger. Pulling the trigger here, exposing the truth, bringing the truth out into the surface so that this works for you guys in some way, somehow. So it's as cataclysmic for them as it is cataclysmic for you. But I'm saying that in a good way. The demolition and total like obliteration of anything and everything that you've known before, blown away by these eclipses, and the start of something new. Let's have a look over here. Yes, a new adventure. You see, it's all for the good. It's all for the good. Out of the bad comes the good. This is what would appear to be bad, but look what comes out of it. It's something wonderful. It's very sweet. It's very innocent. It's very encouraging. It looks like it's like you guys, like you, Aries, have manifested something outrageous out of your dreams, and it is happening. It is coming to you, and it's happening because the circumstances are absolutely perfect. Maximum fertility, maximum opportunity right now through all this cataclysmic shakeup that's happening in the planets, and it's affecting you, and you are dealing with it face on, just like the noble warrior that you are. And because, not a lot of people would deliberately choose to jump into this stuff, but you're doing it face first, face forward. So that's very brave. So what it does, it looks like, from my perspective as your reader, it looks like you're opening, like the relationship opens up a whole new adventure, a whole new life and world for you going forward that would be perceived and felt as an adventure, like a mission, a pilgrimage, an like a like a hike that goes on for a life, where you have a wonderful companion here and they have a wonderful companion in you. It's almost like this dream energy here feels very, very powerful. It feels very, very powerful. It's almost like this massive um, act of magicianship has been, it's almost like you cast a spell here in a good way. I don't do spell casting and all that kind of stuff. I don't try to manipulate people's lives and things like that. I just try to read the story and then you reinterpret to what suits you. But it looks like you're radiating the energy of deeply loving, highly spiritual energy here. And it would be perceived by them as a tremendous opportunity for a new adventure. Like for you, it's like manifesting your dreams, taking advantage of the fertility that's out there, and everything that you call out that is no longer acceptable in your dream scenarios, it gets obliterated and it opens the doorway to a whole new journey, a whole new adventure. And you'll probably see that starting to unfold later in the year. But for right now, in July and early August, and probably most of August, there's going to be a lot of this stuff going on here. A lot of shake, rattle, and roll, okay? Watch the Weather Channel, I think the Weather Channel goes very much in alignment with these eclipses here. All right, anyway, I think we've said enough here. I don't want to scare you or, I didn't go over the top with this, or I hope you have a really vivid imagination and you can reinterpret this in a way that works for you, okay? So it makes sense for you, okay? There is the crucible. Please understand that you're divinely guided and blessed here. You've kind of got the dream angels energy on your side, and they're totally up for the adventure. It's obvious that they have the courage and the power and the strength and the resources, the intellectual capacity, the ambitions, and the love to do this, okay? Notice. Okay, no, I'm not gonna say anything else. Thank you so much, Aries. Bless you. All the best on your epic journey and your new life here, your new adventures, okay? Thanks for choosing Tarot Illumination. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, do the cross-watching, too, if you want to. It helps sometimes. Bye-bye.